Hey guys, Marocellis here. Today I am going to go over pretty quickly how to make an efficient XP farm. Right here we have a zombie spawner that I found. If you notice, it's spinning a pig inside of it, which means we are in multiplayer. A lot of the tutorials I've seen actually do it in single player, which of course is a lot easier just because you don't have the glitching issue, but I'm going to go over how to deal with the glitching issue a little bit later. Basically, to start off, what I like to do is make sure that we have 3 blocks on each side of the spawner. If you see here, we have 2. So we just have to dig this wall out, one more. And then the other 2 sides are good. And then after we're done doing that, we're going to dig down the floor 1 block so that the spawner is pretty much floating. And what this does is when we add the water to the back 2 corners here and over here, the water flow won't get stuck on the spawner, so that it makes for a little bit more efficient XP farm because the zombies won't get stuck on the non-covered water or the non-covered blocks right here. And our drop probably will be right about here. So this will be the front and that'll be the back of our spawner. But I'm just going to dig this out real quick and I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to speed this up for you guys so you guys can at least watch what I'm doing as I go, and I will explain everything as I'm going along, and I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Alright, I'm back. So we've got everything set up and it's doing pretty well. If you notice, I have my brightness on very, very high. So this is how it normally looks. They spawn more often if it's very, very dark. That's why I only have my torches down at the bottom. So what you're pretty much going to have to do every time you're wanting to farm XP is you're going to have to go AFK up here in a corner somewhere. If you're going to go AFK, your best bet is to lock yourself in a little nook just so they can't get to you, because it's glass. Even with solid blocks, they tend to glitch out when there tends to get to be a lot more than can actually fit in the little hole that we made. So we're going to go down below, and I set up this little area. So what happens is when they spawn, they fall down here. I'm going to turn my X-ray on so you guys can see exactly what's happening. But they're all gathering down here, so then you just come over here. They can't hit you, but you can hit them. Once in a while you might get hit, but it's very unlikely. I'm gonna sit here for a while. I don't know how long, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I will show you guys how glitchy they can really get when there's a lot of them. So I'm just gonna hang out for here for a while, so I'll be back in a bit when there's a lot more. And thanks for watching again. I'll see you guys in a little while. Hey guys, back again. I just wanted to show you an update real quick. We've been doing this for about 20 minutes. I'm just hanging out in this little corner over here. So far none of them have glitched out. I'm going to turn on my X-ray again just so you can see how many there are. If you notice down there, it's pretty much a solid block. We can go down there real quick. But if you notice, they're pretty glitchy. In single player they're not as bad. See how they sort of glitch out every once in a while. You can't hit them or anything. But yeah, like, we're doing pretty well, so I'm gonna keep letting this go for probably about another half hour or so, depending on how crazy it gets. But it's a pretty efficient XP farm, and it's really simple to do. All you need is a mob spawner, and they're pretty easy to come upon. So I'll check back with an update again in a little while. Hey guys, we're back again. It's been about 30 or 40 minutes. As you can see, there are quite a bit. Definitely more than there were a couple minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down and we're gonna kill them. If you notice, I'm just about at 1 level of experience, so keep that in mind. This server does have MCMMO, so as I kill them you can see that enemy bleeding thing spamming my screen in my chat box. Just ignore that. It just means that I do a little bit more damage than I know. If you can tell, none of them actually well, there goes one. They haven't really glitched out. See how they glitch out? You can't hit them when they do that. It just means that there are so many in this little box here that we have. If you remember, it's just a 1x1 hole up to the top, and turn on my X-ray so you guys can see how crazy they are. And we're just gonna kill all of them and keep an eye on our XP. So far we're at 6. So we'll just keep going. The way this works, you technically do not have to go AFK like I did. You can have a farm set up or anything like that near your spawner just to occupy time. The only kind of rule, I guess, is that you have to be within a certain range of the spawner. You can't really see the spawner now because of the mobs. I did this little tunnel over here. On this gold block is where the spawner can't reach anymore. Wait, let me, oh, okay, so it's actually here. It can't see how the blaze kind of particle effect isn't happening. That means that no more zombies are going to spawn because you're too far away. You have to be close enough so that it can. And the gold block, actually, I was right, it is the furthest that you can be. So around the whole, basically, perimeter, within this many blocks, you can have pretty much a farm or a base or whatever. And as long as you're within the radius, zombies will always spawn, so you don't have to sit and do nothing like I did. So we're at 10 levels of XP right now. We're doing pretty well. Looks pretty crazy, huh? Look at their legs. Wish I could kill them faster. I don't have any potions or anything though. So yeah, this was just the first spawner that I found, which is a zombie, which is one of the most, like, I guess easier ones to find. Cave spider spawners are also easy, but it would have taken a little bit longer to set up, although it generally is worth it for the XP. They all give the same amount of XP, which I believe is 5 XP per kill, but cave spiders spawn a lot faster than the zombies or spiders even. And so it's usually your best bet if you can find a couple cave spider spawners together and kind of like intertwine them for one massive XP farm. But this is just a little one. Call it your, I don't know, beginner XP farm until you find something better. See right there I did get, oh no, I'm just hungry. I thought I was getting hit. You do sometimes get hit by them. Not often though, it would just be a glitch, but usually not, with this setup, just because they're so high up, they can't really reach you. And we're at 16 so far, doing well. So yeah, it's very simple to set up. It probably took me about 20 minutes to do it, but a little bit longer because I was filming. But you guys can do it very easily. Just always remember to light the spawner just so you don't have to deal with zombie spawning when you're setting up the initial first and second step. It makes things a lot easier, but don't forget to remove the torches, otherwise they won't really spawn ever. So alright, so that was about 19 levels of XP. Oh, he hit me. Not bad at all. So if you do this a couple times, you know, you go back to your spawner after 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you kill them all, you go back to your farm, do whatever you were doing, decorate your house, you know, play with your wolves, I don't know, but so yeah, it's pretty awesome. 19 levels for this whole spawner right here. It's very helpful, and the way like I would have set this up if I had the time or energy, I would have probably extended the whole bottom, pretty much hollow out the whole bottom underneath the spawner within the radius of, so that the blaze kind of effect around the spawner is still going. So you can have pretty much a massive wheat farm down here, you can have a house down here. As long as you're within the radius of the spawner, the zombies will always spawn. So every time you're at your house, more and more zombies will be spawning. So it's pretty helpful. I will also be doing a written tutorial. I don't know if I mentioned that yet or not, but if you guys don't like watching video tutorials or anything like that, it'll all be written out. But it was pretty simple. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope it helped a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.